Welcome to another game in which I'm going to be playing Sejuani jungle versus a Darius jungle. I have Twisted Fate in mid lane versus a Fizz. I have Ashe and Zyra in bot lane versus a Caitlyn and a Thresh. And I have Trundle top lane versus an Elise. So let's jump in and see how this goes. This is a solo queue game. This is actually only my second game as Sejuani jungle with the redo. So, I'm going to briefly look over her skills and what they do. So, her passive, Frost Armour. Damaging an enemy with an ability or basic attack grants 10 armor and reduces movement slowing effects on Sejuani by 10% for 2 seconds. If Sejuani already has Frost Armour, its duration is increased by 2 seconds every other hit. So, that's pretty much just a tank sort of CC, soft CC reduction passive. Pretty nice and certainly very effective. Arctic Assault, her Q. Charges forward, knocking enemies into the air and dealing magic damage equal to 40 plus 0 plus 4% of the target's maximum health, max 300 to monsters. The charge stops after knocking an enemy champion into the air. So, an initiate lets her get into the fight, lets her do a little bit of hard CC because of a knock-up, and a little bit of damage as well. This will also apply the Frost. Very important later on. So, W, Flail of the Northern Winds. Sejuani's next basic attack deals 40 plus magic damage, bonus damage to the target enemy and enemies near it. She then swings a flail, dealing 80 plus 6 bonus health, 16%. Magic damage to nearby enemies over 4 seconds. If this ability is reactivated, Sejuani immediately starts swinging her flail. So this is a continuous AoE damage. Once again, continuously applies the Frost, and it's very, very effective. Does lots of damage, and you need it for clearing. It's also very important to note it's an auto attack reset. So if you auto attack and then activate it and auto attack, it will immediately auto attack again. Very important. Permafrost, her E. Passive abilities and basic attacks apply frost to enemies for 4 seconds. So this is important. You need E to apply frost, but all your spells will apply the frost. And then active. All enemies nearby with frost take 60 damage and are slowed by 50% for 2 seconds. Now that is very strong as a slow, because if you hit them even with W, with Q, with your ult, you're always slowing. And you just activate that, boom! Nicely slowed. Now, there's no slow until you use the permafrost, bear in mind. But that's fine. So, and then her ultimate, Glacial Prison. Throws a frost-forged bowler in a line. If the bowler hits an enemy champion, it shatters, stunning the target and nearby enemies for 1.5 seconds. If the bowler reaches its maximum range, it shatters and slows enemies by 90% for 1.5 seconds instead. All enemies in the shattered area take 150 magic damage. So, pretty strong. Now, here I got invaded by Darius and we both flashed. Fine, okay. And then I kind of had to wait for the Darius passive to back. Now, the reason I went over the skill set, the reason being, Sejuani recently got a remake with the Sejuani, with the Freljord patch. So I felt that it'd be a good idea to give you an oversight of what she does now. So anyway, I go off and I try to gank this Fizz, put some pressure down, doesn't happen, fine. Okay, so the remake was very important for Sejuani because she was actually very weak on release, and then they tried to buff her a little bit, but it never really worked, and it was all because of her kit. Her kit was actually just rubbish. So I come in here to try and gank this after queuing into the bush. They must have had a ward in the bush though, because they were ready for me. But I try to gank them anyway, and it doesn't really work. So I just back off and go to jungle. So at the moment, ganks aren't very successful. This is because I'm still figuring Sejuani out. It's like Rangers. Darius is having a ridiculous impact, but oh well. Not a lot I can do about it, so I'm going to try and gank top now and try and do something here. And then Trundle gets into this fight, and I sort of stand there and go, realise, oh crap, hang on, it's fucking Elise. So I kill her eventually, but if I play that better, Trundle probably wouldn't have had to die. So yeah, I was a bit sleeping at this point in the game. But anyway, so I push up this wave because, to be honest, I might as well. It forces Lise to lose some XP. Okay, Trundle loses a bit because I've stolen a wave, but it resets the entire lane. It puts it back in the middle. A little bit maybe pushed towards Lise in the end because of damage to minions. But overall, it's not a bad idea to push it up. So anyway, get blue for my Twisted Fate quickly as I can. And then I go off and clean up my wolves, get level 6, and I decide to go bottom. Twisted Fate's already gone down there, but I zone off the Fizz. Very important because Fizz probably would have went down there and maybe cleaned up for 1 kill and gotten away with it. Because it's Fizz, and Fizz is just irritating. So anyway, we go here and then Twisted Fate gets caught. I try to help him. Doesn't really work, so I'm like, okay, I'm out of here. I don't want anything else to do with that. Kind of pain in the ass, and there's not a lot we can do about it. I keep pinging for bot lane just in case, because Darius keeps poking his head around. So I'm like warning them that Darius might be heading down there. And then I just clean up this wave, and then I realise that Darius is probably in my bottom side jungle. I don't want to go face him, and I want to go back anyway, so I go back and get a Ruby Crystal. Now, I'm building up for Spirit the Ancient Golem. Reason being, very strong item now. It's like 2,000 gold. Gives good stats overall and is very, very effective. It also gives tenacity, which means that I was able to build Boots of Swiftness instead to increase ganking potential, reduce slows. Now, they don't have very many slows, so usefulness of it is, well, maybe not there, but it's a constant move speed boost, and if I do get slowed by anything, it does allow me to skip past it a little bit. So, not a bad pick-up. I probably could have gone with mobility though and increased my ganking potential. So, clean up my wolves. I am still looking for a gank at this point. I'm struggling to find an opportunity. And then I realise, alongside the team, that we can just take dragon. So we're like, okay, take this quickly as we can. They're not doing anything about it. They must not have a ward. They don't realise the bot lane was missing and that it was like obvious that we were over there. So we get a free dragon, and then I go off over here and I clean up this. Twisted Fate is having a hard time. Now, that's to be expected. It's a Fizz mid lane versus a Twisted Fate. Fizz is actually very strong versus Twisted Fate, and yeah, Fizz is just a pain in the proverbial to deal with. So I come down here to try and help this Is and then TF ult to get skill, and I was like, okay, fine. So I can't do anything. Every time that I've gone off to try and do something, somebody else has been there to fix it, or it's already too late. So I decided to come down here and push this back, get some more XP. Since it's about the only thing I can do, I can push back waves and then farm a little bit, and it's keeping me in the game against the Darius on the side of levels, but that's it, and that's the only thing I've managed to do. So I decided I want to gank Elise, and Trundle getting ready to help, and I'm like, okay, let's try this. So I ram, and she jumps up, fine, and then slower, do some damage, and then sort of back off. And then they're all bot lane, so I'm like, okay, we really need to push this. We really need to push this. So I tried to push this down a little bit, but it doesn't really work because I don't want to be caught under the tower against the Elise, because Elise is just a pain to dive, but she's hard to handle in general anyway under the tower. So Trundle has a little argument with her, and I'm like, okay, I want to hang around to try and help, but I can't. It's like I'm bouncing between there and here, so I decide, right, I'll just go clean up my red then. Clean up my red, and start heading over here to help with this fight. And then I get here late, once again, can't do anything. So I don't know if it's at this point, if it's just me and not paying attention enough, or if it's just that my team's going for fights without me. But at this point I'm thinking it's a mixture of things. It's a mixture of my team going for fights without me, a mixture of their team actually going for fights better than us, and overall it's a bit of a pain. So anyway, we go for Fizz here, we just about kill him, But then I wanted to leave the kill for Twisted Fate, but he didn't manage to get it, and it irritated me because he should have been able to get it. And then I just keep running away, and eventually I died. Yeah, okay. And it wouldn't have happened had we not gone so deep onto the Fizz, if we'd just left him alone. And it was just a painful fight, because I don't even understand why on earth the Fizz lived. But oh well, anyway, so I catch out fresh here, my team's having a little argument over here, and I come up to help, bang, come in, we kill off 3 of them, we lose 3. They get a tower though, so overall they won that quite hands down, to be honest. They got a tower, they got 3 kills. We traded evenly in kills, but not in towers. Bot lane's going to try and push at this point, and I'm here trying to help Twisted Fate protect this, because there's 3 of them. No, 4 now, and I'm like, okay, yeah, we've lost this. TF manages to dodge the fish, which is a nice thing. And we're sort of looking for an opportunity for a fight, and I'm really low at this point though, so I'm thinking I'm only here if I need to. And then I ult, I die, but my team kills off the fish, then kills off the fresh, and my team continues to chase them down, catches onto Elise, boom, another kill, and it was all because my ult. Okay, I threw my ult in the hope of hitting 4 of them, but in the end, what happened was Fizz jumped on me, because basically he saw me low and thought, yeah, I can kill you really quickly. But then, as soon as he queued, he hit me with his W1 as well. But then my ult hit him right in the face, just as he hit me, so he wasn't able to avoid damage by doing Playful Trickster. So then my team just wailed on him and boom, dead fish. Okay, fine, I died, but my ult was well worth it, because I basically just got us a kill onto the fish. So anyway, the fish tries to do stuff here, and I take the fish for the Twisted Fate. Save his ass, and basically it was fine, I didn't mind it. And the tank is my job. So I go back, I get null magic, and then my team has a crazy ass fight, and they just wipe the floor with them. And basically, from my point of view, this is just the strength of Trundle. The new Trundle is ridiculous as a champion. He's just, I don't know what else to say. There's not a lot you can do against him. But anyway, I'll talk about Trundle another time. So anyway, we go for the Baron, clean that up, and then their team comes in, and we're like, okay, let's just back off and leave it. There's not really much point in being there, so I go back, I get a runic bulwark for the team, I wait, and I get a ruby, a sapphire crystal, and then we push on to try and have a fight. And now that we've got the Baron, so I'm looking for an opportunity to go in, but I kind of want to wait for the Trundle, so I decide, okay, I'm just going to kill the wolves really quickly. Boom, thwap, nom, thwap, thwap, and then we start to group up. We're looking for an opportunity, looking for a fight. So I clean up this as quickly as I can, and then we start pushing. We just need TF, and we realise that the fish is over here killing the blue buff, and we chase him down. We nearly catch him, and then Ash does what I would call a ballsy move, fires her ult. The fish gets away, just you throws out his fish at us, and then we're like, okay, fine. So Trundle decides to go 1v1 the Caitlyn, then backs off, and then I'm wandering around here trying to keep them away from my team. I ram in, I chase them down a little bit, and then I realise, hang on, wait, I'm on my own. This is probably not the best idea ever I'm having. And then I start backing off a little bit, and then Darius gets baited in. He flashes away. Fish comes in, we kill him, and then we're like, okay, cool. Kill beans. And then we decide, let's try and aim for this tower over here. TF goes off because Caitlyn. Nicely played by him. And then we push him for the inhibitor. Boom. Take this down as quickly as we can. And then we back off. And then Trundle's like, right, I'm going to go tank this for us. And I'm like, okay, cool, let's go. So the team quickly steals the red buff. Me and Trundle go off over here. and we take down this tower as quickly as we possibly can. Boom. Push back the wave, and then start heading back. Then we catch out Thresh, and we catch out some others. Ash fires our arrow, misses, and then we continue to chase them down a little bit. And then I throw my ult, hit Fishy, and Caitlyn, we kill her. And then we kill the fish as well. And then we're like, okay, cool, we can get this as well then. Yoink. Take this down as quickly as we can. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Take down the inhibitor quickly as we can. And then we've got 2 inhibitors from 1 Baron. Well worth it. And then we're like, let's go back all together in this bush. Just play it safe. And I buy myself Glacial Shroud. Pretty strong item. To build up for either Iceborne or Frozen Heart. I haven't decided at this point. And I decide we stack up, get ready to push up mid, and then head top. And I'm like, right, let's go towards top. But I go off, get red buff for the Ashe first, and then we pile up for top lane as quickly as we can. We just pile up, and then Trundle is like, right, I'll tank this. And we're like, fine, let's go. Take this as quickly as we can. They're not there to defend it, so we take this. Boom, take that, and continue to push up. They're nowhere to be seen. We're a little bit confused as to why we're not seeing them, and then we realise, oh wait, they're all hiding in the base. Fine. Trundle takes a bit of damage. Trundle's like, yeah, I'm Trundle, I don't care. Nom 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 nom. Eating minions, because Trundle eats minions, apparently. So, we push in a little bit. Me and Trundle take the traps up to allow Ashe to get up to the tower and do some damage. And then Ashe starts auto-attacking it a little bit. Darius goes in, pulls in 2 of us, and the fish comes in, and then we all just protect Ashe. Even Zyra used her ult just to stop the Fizz from coming in. I hate Fizz, such a weird name. So we have my team fights around here for like a while on wards, and we steal a blue buff. And then we're like, Baron's back up, let's go and take it. So we take this. Their team can't do anything about it. They've lost 2 inhibitors, and we just get the Baron for free. And then we're like, okay, cool. And then Zyra gets caught out here, blown up. We have a really messy fight here, really messy, and we kill the Caitlyn. But then I get just slaughtered, and Ashe gets slaughtered as well. But Trundle's like, I'm Trundle, I don't care. And then really good Zhonya's by the TF there, dodges the fish, and then boom, comes in, and basically him and Trundle just clean up this fight so hard. Boom. Twist of Fate finally kills the Elise, and then flash, boom, dead fish. And then Thresh is determined, but it's like, you support Thresh. You really think you're going to be able to kill a TF all on your own? And then I come back up, I get a Sheen, and start rushing over to the fight. TF takes top tower and all that, and we're like, we could end it, but it's a bit risky. So me and Ashe just sort of wander around and go off to take bottom inhibitor as quickly as we can. Boom, we take that, and then we're looking for an opportunity to fight, but we want to wait for Trundle, so we're just sort of poking in, trying to get a fight, maybe try and do something, and then in comes the ult from me and the ult from Ashe. The fish comes in, Banshee's Veil blocks it. Darius is like, I'm gonna kill you. I'm like, oh, okay, are you? Ow, that kind of hurt a little bit. And then team just goes in, slowly but surely, kills them all off, and then continues to fight. The fish comes in and is just a pain in the proverbial, and gets away, and but we take the Nexus. Thoroughly enjoyed this game, even though my early game as Sejuani wasn't very good. I'm needing to work on that a little bit, but Sejuani Jungle is very strong now in my personal opinion. I think she's certainly a lot stronger than she used to be. Thoroughly enjoyed playing her. Thank you for watching. I hope hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. You can also follow me and like me on Twitter and Facebook. Thank you for watching.